Hi everyone, welcome
Hello.
to another episode of Fabric Developer. And I really like your outfit there, man.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's Japanese inspired cap with a Japanese inspired kimono.
Very nice, very nice. Is that a particular scene just for today
Nah, just because
or
weather appropriate, man.
okay?
Weather appropriate. Like too hot for a jumper and but too warm to just be on a shirt. So a kimono would really fit well on summers. Yeah.
Good point, good point. I'll look into it as well. So MJ here, by the way, with a new interesting outfit and the source photo as well. So thanks for joining, keeping it up this week. And we've got an interesting topic back on the fabric side of things. We talk about exam and a few other things. But this week we'll focus back on Event Hub. I think last time when we talked about
Yeah,
Event
real
Hub,
time.
we were
Yes.
saying
Yep.
we'll actually, yeah, the real-time analytics capability in Fabric. We said we got the website going, and we'll try to capture some web traffic as event stream data, so we can then run some analysis. So that's what we've been kind of doing. And yeah, so in this video, we'll just cover a bit of that, like what's been done, how we did it, and where we're going next, right?
Awesome. Take us through, David.
Okay, first thing first, with web traffic data, there we actually need a way to actually track them, right? So the tracker that we're using is Plausible. We used the online hosted version. MJ mentioned there's also a
Self-hosted version.
yeah
Like you can
self-hosted.
self-host this as well on your own. And the
Yep,
beauty of that is that one, obviously you're hosting it yourself, and second is it's actually using a Postgres database. So in the future, obviously, when it's already in a Postgres database, you can extract insights from the database directly.
yep. Yeah, for now, we're just using the online hosted one for testing. I've got nine trial days left, so I'll probably continue it as well. So once it's tracking, so the tracker is used to get the web traffic data, so where the users are coming from, what browser setting they're actually using, which source they came from, is it LinkedIn or YouTube or some other channels, things like that. So once we capture the data, we can then analyze them as well. So it's captured in here. So the goal here is, okay, I want to bring the data into our Fabric event house. And to do that, the data here is actually first, went through the API extraction process, and it get dumped into Event Hub. So as an Event Hub. So, and then the Fabric event house then connect to the event hub, pick up the data, and then we can actually show the data there. So like I mentioned, the next step here, once it's captured, is we have this the backend script that's just running on my desktop at the moment. We'll probably move it into the Azure Function app. But for now, let's say if I run it, it's going to capture the latest API, the latest web traffic data for a particular time period, and it's going to ingest it into the Event Hub. So if we then look at the Fabric side of things, we have a event house set up here that has a connection to the Event Hub. Right. So we can see a bit of activity information like high-level data in here, but the data is really connected in the SQL like KQL database, and it's under this table. By the way, it's nerdy that's because that's the other thing that we're running at the moment,
Yeah.
but we'll actually move it into create a separate one for Fabric Developer as well, so we can actually monitor traffic on both sides. So this is how the data is stored. One of the interesting things, if I right click on this table, is that I can actually just generate a Power BI report straight from here with live connection. And that's what I've done as well. So if I come back to the Fabric workspace, this is report that I just created using that method just mentioned. So if I come in here, I can actually see this is the latest data, and we can run a test as well. So
Yeah.
Emily, do you want
Yeah.
to connect? All right, cool. You
Yeah.
want
I
to,
just opened it to my tablet at the moment.
yeah. So what I'll do here is I'll run this um, API script and pipeline and dump it into Event Hub. So if I refresh it here, we can actually see that
There you go.
already came in. That's real time, right? We're talking about seconds here. We got the latest data coming in as well. So let's actually have a look at that particular piece of data we just got through. So this is the KKL database table. And if I scroll down to the bottom, I think it should be this one. So we can actually see this. Can I?
Yeah, there's the, you see that one? The full screen one?
Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for that. Last one. The data. Yeah, so these are the data points that's currently being captured under the data field. And it's got the date information in here, the type of devices, like
Yeah,
where it's
it's an
actually
iOS.
sourced, iOS, mobile, etc. So yeah. So it's live. It's all connected up. Obviously we're using web traffic here, but it could might as well just be IoT devices tracking temperature or vibration on devices, things like that. So the data can be loaded into the Event Hub, and the real-time analytics capability in Fabric can just report on that. And I personally, when I go through this exercise, I actually found it to be like real. It's a bit of a game changer, especially now it can just be loaded into a Power BI dashboard as well. So and I just need to hit a refresh and I can actually see the latest data coming in. That whole thing just felt like so much easier.
Yeah, absolutely right. And again, we talked about this, in the previous video, that this whole connected experience is just very intuitive, right? Like you just have to, you as a developer or Fabric developer, you'll just be in Fabric most of the time. Once you get all the pipeline work set up, right? Then there you go, you're seeing the data. And from there, it's Power BI. You can extend that to Teams. You put it in a PowerPoint slide. Like that's really the power of Fabric for me, right? Like the connectedness experience of all of this. Yeah, and like again, the very easy way to get started of things, right? Which is if we talk about something like this a couple of years ago, or maybe even a decade ago, it's very trivial, right? You gotta engage with a lot of different tools and technologies to get the same stuff.
And so I guess the next step is to actually get those the JSON hierarchical structure data into the
Yeah, to flatten it
dashboard
out,
as well.
flatten
Yeah.
them out. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And maybe migrate the current process on my desktop into the function app. So
Yeah,
and then
but
schedule
then,
that on
but
a
but
regular
now that I
basis.
think about it, maybe you don't even need the function app, right? Like when we go to a self-hosted option, we just tap to the Postgres database directly.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and then I believe in Fabric Real Time, there's also a CDC, change data capture capability of Postgres database. So maybe we can use that as well. Like whenever there's a new record inserting on Postgres,
Yep.
that just flows through.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah,
sounds very intriguing as well. Yeah, we'll definitely do that in the coming videos. And yeah, so there's a lot on the Azure infrastructure side that's worth exploring as part of this one as well. But yeah, at the same time, the real-time analytics capabilities in Fabric, we talked about it before as well. It is one of the most like one of the area that really differentiate, I think, Fabric
yeah,
from many other platforms, right? Like
yeah.
yeah, everyone can do, dashboard reporting,
ETLs.
connect to, SQL database or, structured, non-structured database, do the ETLs, run the dashboard. But when it comes to real time, yeah, this is when I play around with it, this is really amazing in terms
Yeah.
of like how easy it is to use, how well it integrates with the Azure IoT side of infrastructure and everything. So I think, yeah, this is probably one area that yeah, we'll see a lot of changes.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. And again, yeah, again, I'm just very excited where this is going, and I'm pretty sure there's more and more of use case of that with real time soon. Because I think again, majority of the discussion at the moment is happening in that big data space at the moment. Crunching gigabytes, terabytes of data. Like doing the medallion architecture, so on and so forth. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, real time is one thing that also sparks my interest because it's very interesting, right? Like having insights real time, that's really interesting and just do wonders everywhere.
Yeah, like this is a KQL query while we're on the topic. I just maybe like it would just get the top 100, and it's slightly
Yeah.
different. It's different to the SQL statements, and yeah, but the pipe function is actually quite handy. It just
Mm.
allow you to do the step-by-step thing. So we'll definitely explore this in the next video as well. So yeah, stay tuned.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks. If you like the video and the content,
Yeah.
please
Please like and subscribe and tell us what do you want us to talk about too.
yep. Awesome. I'll see you next time.
See ya.